Hey guys, hello. Today I'm going to be talking about my medic journey, my medicine journey, and all the things that went wrong, and just kind of give people an idea of what failure looks like. That sounds really harsh, but kind of give people, basically just learn from my mistakes. That's it. Because this is like September. People in year 12 deciding if they want to do medicine, people in year 13, and if you really want to do medicine. So I'll give you a picture of what it's like to not always succeed. Before I start, I should say I'm not doing medicine. I'm doing chemical engineering. It all started in 2016. This was my GCSE year, so I should not have been watching Grey's Anatomy, but I was obsessed. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be a doctor. This looks so cool. I would have worked harder without that distraction, but yeah, that happened. I ended up getting 4 A stars, 3 A's, and 3 B's, which is not the best for medics. So I started a new sixth form. And I said, okay, in this school, I'm going to focus and I'm going to really work hard so I can do medicine because I know it's tough. So I started off with 4 subjects: biology, chemistry, maths, and psychology. Also did an EPQ on mental health because I was thinking, what would help me become a good medic? But then I dropped psychology after a half term. A lot more writing than my other subjects. And I was like, no, it's not as chilled. So I started doing my work experience in spring term. I got like a placement at Age UK, which is like a lunch club for the elderly. I did that like every week on Friday. So I got used to that for just a term. And I also got a 3-day placement in a hospital. I wasn't really in the hospital, I was kind of like in a clinic. I was watching consultant meetings. So I wasn't firsthand seeing how hospital was like. And yeah, that's what I kind of wish I did. So I kind of did those work experience. And after that was done, I just made up my mind, yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anymore. Like, what's the point of doing anymore? I don't know if it was just laziness, but I was like, I don't want to do anymore. And that's when I kind of knew that if I don't want to be helping people in that way and I don't want to experience more, then am I really cut out for this? And my other friends that were doing medicine, they did months of work experience. They were constantly doing something, and I just wasn't doing that. And it kind of made me question myself, but I just ignored that. So came exam season. It was linear maths, Excel, and we did it. I thought it went quite well. In the summer, found I got an A. I was so happy. So then it was still the same summer, and UK CAT comes up. I spent a week in Medic Mentor, and it was okay. Met loads of people who were all so passionate, and I don't know. There's something about that scares me because I guess I never was as passionate as everyone else. So you kind of see them and you're just like, did like UK CAT revision, beat my revision, interview stuff. They give us some books to help us. And I was always a bit worried about the UK CAT because it was like computer based. Everyone's like, no, it's easy. It doesn't mean you do fine, you're smart. So I thought, okay, not that big a deal. I went there and I absolutely flopped. That was the lowest point. I don't know what happened, but that was the worst I have ever done. Like I've done a lot on the tests, and I got Medify as well to help. I revised for this UK CAT test for a whole month on my laptop, and I would click it, and every single time I did a 2-hour test, I did worse than the last time. I didn't really know why. I didn't get it, but I was just hoping that a miracle will happen and I'd get like the best one. But no, I got the worst grade I've ever gotten, and I was, wow. I opened it, I started crying so much. Mom was like, don't worry, Blossom, you can still do it. I'm like, no, I can't. I've literally ruined my chances. I'm like, no, Blossom, don't give up. I ended up applying to mostly BMAT universities. So after that heartbreak, and it was like school starts and everything, my tutor was like, don't worry. And I ended up applying to Cambridge because I had to apply to Oxbridge because my parents, I don't know, they just expect a lot. So I was going to apply to Oxford because I really liked it, but then you had to have amazing GCSEs. You had to have like 90% A stars. I didn't get that. So Cambridge were more lenient and they relied more on like BMAT, so I had a chance. Imperial College, because I've always loved it, I don't know why. Leeds, why not? That was a random choice. Exeter, because they're UK CAT, but apparently they don't really look at the UK CAT. They're more likely to look at your grades. So I thought, okay, why not? Because I really believed I'd get at least 2 A stars in for A levels. So biochemistry in Leicester as my 5th choice. So I spent 1 month doing the UK CAT revision, and that wasn't enough. So for BMAT, I said I'm going to spend 2. I spent 2 months. 2 whole months revising for BMAT. I was way more confident with this. The papers online, I was doing the papers, trying to stick to... Yeah, I was so nervous. Like, it was just me in school. I did the tests 2 hours. Yeah, I did the test. The first one, I thought, wow, it went quite well. And the first one is the one I struggle with. I don't know, I just don't read it properly or something. So I was like, okay, it went quite really well. And the second one, the scientific one, is meant to be my best. Except for like physics questions, I always go like 5s and near 6s with that. But that one, I did so bad. Okay, I got halfway and I was like, yeah, this is okay. And there was one question in like nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. And I was like, I spent like 6 minutes on that. And that could ruin it ruined everything that came after. Because then I was like, whoa, I know this. I spent so long. Then when I looked at the clock, I was like, I have 10 minutes left. I had to like rush all the other questions. And yeah, I just knew I messed up at that point. And then the essay came and I was right. I wrote that essay so well. And I was like, whoa, okay. Even though my scientific paper was rubbish, the other two were really well. They're really good. I don't hear my results till like, I don't know, like a few weeks. So I just didn't think about it. I was relaxing. I was with my friends. I was like, yeah. And then they sent it to me. Looked at it. I got 4.9, 4.2, and 4A. 4.9, I was like, okay, that's disappointing because I thought that would be at least 5. 4.2, that's way lower than average, which is like normally like 4.5. And 4A, yeah, that was fine. And I was like, geez, Cambridge, bye-bye. Imperial, bye-bye. Leeds, maybe, I don't know. So, and that's when the rejection started rolling in. First of all, it was Exeter. And Exeter was like, sorry, we're only accepting people with UK CATs higher than 2,600. And I got 2,400. So, bye-bye, Exeter. But then they offered me another course for medical science, which I took. So I was like, it looks like at this point I'm going to have to be desperate. And the second was from Cambridge. And when I saw those grades, I was like, yeah, I'm rejected. And then they sent me a really nice letter saying, sorry, we're going to have to reject you, blah, blah, blah. And it was very, very heartbreaking because I was in group chats, on student room, I was on their website, and I just felt so like, I don't know, it just like sucked you into their world. So the fact that I had to be like, okay, I'm going now, was very, very heartbreaking. Even though like, yeah, that was quite sad. So it was about like November, and I was like, okay, just enjoy Christmas, blah, blah, blah. Enjoyed Christmas, went back to school. Literally got my lead rejection like soon after, saying, sorry, you can email us to know what really went wrong. And I was thinking, I don't care. At this point, I was just so over it. When is this Imperial rejection coming? Like, I'm ready. I didn't hear anything from them till like February. It was half term. They sent an email saying, congratulations, you've been invited for an interview. What? I literally fell off my seat. I was so happy. An interview. That I did not expect this at all. I was like, what? My heart. Yeah, so this made me so happy. I emailed my tutor. They were like, whoa, well done. Yeah. Gotta start interview prep. I was like, yeah, I gotta start interview prep. So yeah, I started writing. I literally looked at his website and had like over like 100 questions, and I made answers for everything. I made answers of. I started reading NHS news. I started looking up. I read my personal statement, made all the questions I can make. I was literally so proactive. I was like, this is Imperial. This is where I have always wanted to go to. I cannot screw this up where we can't give you an offer. And I was like, whoa, okay. And so I emailed them back, because then at this point I was like, wow, I knew it. It's just not meant to be. I emailed them back and they were like, oh, sorry, that wasn't meant to be sent. I was like, okay. They're like, so that's a mistake, just ignore it and come in email. I was like, okay. So I ended up going anyway, with that in my mind. I was like, who just sends a random email saying, sorry, you have to withdraw your offer? That's so weird. Yeah, so I went there. It was such a messy day. I missed the tour I was meant to go for. Just fine, just calm down. So we had like a discussion and it gave me questions. I was such in a good mood, I answered it. Yeah, but then my downfall was when they asked me a question. What is it like being a doctor? And I couldn't give like a straightforward answer. I kept talking about my work experience, but they said no, like doctors in hospitals, like proactive. And of course, I had no work experience in this. So I didn't really know what to say. Doctor, what do they do? They diagnose and they treat. Like, what else am I going to say? But yeah, that question really... And I didn't realize that question had me stuck. Like, I answered, I was like, yeah. But then, when I got like my rejection, like 2 weeks later, they said, oh, it was because of that. Because you didn't like... You couldn't say what doctors really did. And I was like, what? I couldn't say that really. So yeah, 4 medicine rejections. And so I said, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna take like the medical science offer. Parents were like, no, don't settle. And they were like, no, for clearing, if you get really good grades, someone will accept you. I said, oh, okay, good grades. I'll have to work hard for that. So I kind of like put everything like aside. And while everyone was like applying for accommodation, I was like, no, I'm probably not going to go to Exeter. It's really far anyway. I don't really want to travel that far. So I was working hard. That was the only thing on my mind. Gotta get these good grades. And guess what? I didn't get those grades. I got AAB. A in chemistry and maths, and a B in biology. Biology, I couldn't even... that paper was rubbish. That paper was just so bad. I couldn't even guess what I got. But I was very optimistic. I was like, that's an A, it has to be an A. Chemistry, I thought I did really well. I thought that was an A star. And maths, I was like, I don't really know either. Because I thought C3 dragged me down, to be honest. But yeah, enough of that. So yeah, I got my grades and I was like, yeah, that A star A is not going to happen. I got literally a grade down from everything I expected. And it looked like medicine wasn't a possibility now. Oh yeah, I got it remarked. And then when I called up like all the unis and they were like, before I even told them my grade, they were like, sorry, we have no space. It just wasn't happening. But Leicester, they were like, yeah, what did you get? I was like, AAV. They're like, sorry, we're only accepting 3 A's. I was like, no. I was like, okay, what about if I get the grades? Because I'm getting remarked. And they're like, then you can apply next year. I was like, oh. Wow, so it just wasn't happening. So then I was with my brothers and they were just like, just look for another course. And somehow I ended up in chemical engineering and I applied there. I got 2 offers in Loughborough and Manchester. I had an interview, a phone interview with Manchester, and they were asking me all about chemical engineering. And I was reading off Safari, like Google. I was like, yeah, there's about this and there's about this and there's about this. Can you imagine, like, I passed an interview just like that on a subject I literally did not know. And now I'm going to do chemical engineering. It's just so mad because I wasted the whole 2 years doing so much work and doing this and this and that, all to get rejected and for it to be like not possible at all. Yeah. So when I got it remarked, it came really late, and I ended up getting 3 A's. Biology, thank the Lord, it went up to an A. So even though it's not A star A, it is not that bad. The fact that I went from medicine mindset to chemical engineering in just a day. Finally going somewhere like I can think about university and not be confused about what am I going to do. Because before that was the case, I had no idea where I was going because I knew I wasn't going to Exeter. So yeah, this is kind of story is just kind of like a waffle. It makes you question yourself, like, do you really want to go through the stress? You probably will have better luck than me, but like, in clearing, anything could happen. Medicine, doing BMAT test, UK CAT test, prepping for interviews, shaking about interviews, all to get nothing, and then end up doing a completely random thing you could have chosen at the start and had no stress about. So yeah, that's kind of like the point of this whole story. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.